Hi, this is Ishaan from Revsportz. Along with Debasis at the moment. We're outside Kensington Oval, and obviously the Indian practice session took place today. Debasis was a part of it. He had a lens eye view of exactly what was happening. Debasis, why don't you tell our viewers, some key takeaways? I think Virat Kohli batted for a long time to begin with.
Yeah, absolutely, Ishaan. Virat did bat for a long time. Obviously, it went on for almost 30 minutes. He took throwdowns first initially, and then after that, he faced the likes of Jasprit Bumrah and Hardik Pandya, and he looked quite intense, focused while he was taking the throwdowns. And as I said, it went on for a good 30 minutes, and then another 10 minutes. And towards the end, obviously, he did had a break in between, and then he went again. And that was a very special practice with Team India head coach Rahul Dravid, where Rahul Dravid was seen giving him throwdowns from 18 yards. And so. And to say you, Ishaan, it was a full intense practice session of the Indian team.
Awesome.
Obviously, we were among a very few Indian media. There were no Indian media except barring a few other outlets. Obviously, there were as many as 5-6 of us, and it was obviously it was told that it will be an optional practice session, but eventually it turned out to be a full practice session wherein all the players, all the squad members turned up for the practice session.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So all the squad members have turned up, and obviously Virat Kohli has batted for a long time. A lot of questions on Virat Kohli if he should move down to number 3. But again, you can clearly see that he's putting in the effort. He's batted for 40 long minutes, and I think the best way to go is to let him open and let him possibly go out and get a big one against Afghanistan as well. Debasis, again, there's been a lot of talk about Kuldeep Yadav. Apparently, Kuldeep Yadav was also seen bowling a lot with Yuzvendra Chahal. So, is there a possibility maybe?
No, Yuzvendra Chahal did not bowl.
Okay.
Obviously, and he did bowl, but towards later stages when the practice session was almost over, with none of the frontline batters batting. So, that is a clear indication that Yuzvendra Chahal will very unlikely be a part of this playing 11 as far as the match against Afghanistan is concerned on Thursday. But then obviously Kuldeep did bowl for a long time. Another guy who looked to be missing out is Mohammad Siraj. Once again, he also did not. Obviously, he looked quite dejected in the lookout, and so you could make out that there is a clear indication that obviously what the Indian think tank is thinking about the team composition. It will be again Jasprit Bumrah was the first one who bowled alongside Hardik Pandya. Arshdeep Singh also bowled once they got over. And then, so assuming that Arshdeep, Jasprit Bumrah will be the certainty, and Hardik Pandya, obviously Hardik Pandya also bowled right at the start of the net session along with Jasprit Bumrah. Both Hardik and Jasprit were seen bowling at Ravindra Jadeja. Ravindra Jadeja was the one who started the batting alongside Virat Kohli. So Hardik and Jasprit Bumrah bowled first to Ravindra Jadeja, and then after that they bowled against Virat Kohli. So that is a clear indication, Ishaan, if you ask me. Obviously, we saw what it was. The conditions was overly favorable to the fast bowlers in New York, but the situation here is a lot more. Means obviously it's a good batting wicket, and I would say that India might do good by playing in an extra spinner, in a quality spinner in Kuldeep Yadav. But whether Kuldeep makes it to the playing 11, we still have 3 more practice sessions before we finally give you a clearer picture. But as far as the practice session is concerned, another guy who can miss out is Sanju Samson. So out of the 15, we could actually see Sanju Samson, Mohammad Siraj and Yuzvendra Chahal. These 3 missing out, and so it will be among the 12. So whether it's going to be Kuldeep Yadav, so if you play Kuldeep Yadav, whether it's going to be Akshar Patel or Shubham Dubey, obviously both had a long session in the nets today. So a lot to look forward to in the coming 2 days.
A lot to watch out for, Debasis, like you rightly mentioned, and of course Kuldeep Yadav as well. We've been speaking so much about Kuldeep Yadav, and if he's bowling, maybe there might be a possibility of playing him, but then who do you drop is that big question. Mohammad Siraj, like you mentioned, might or might not make it in that playing 11 against Afghanistan. It's going to be interesting to see how it all pans out. You mentioned Ravindra Jadeja, batting first today at the net session. So do you expect him to maybe have a big role to play with the bat?
Yeah, as we discussed yesterday with a 5-at-5 show with Buryada, we were talking that Ravindra Jadeja, how can you drop a Ravindra Jadeja, who you all know is a proven match winner in his own right across the formats. Yes, true, he did not have a great start to this T20 World Cup as far as the group league matches are concerned, but Ravindra Jadeja on his own day can win matches, and he can change the complexion of a game. So Ravindra Jadeja once again, and you could clearly make out the fact that he was asked to open the batting with
Yeah.
Virat Kohli in the nets today. There's a clear indication that the team is backing him. The team is backing him to come good, and that is what you want. Means obviously Ravindra Jadeja. The good point about Ravindra Jadeja is that he being an all-rounder, if he does have a bad day with the bat, he can actually contribute with the ball
and with the field.
and with the field. I mean, he's a gun fielder. So once again, Ravindra Jadeja, I think he will definitely be in that playing 11 for the game against
Do you think
Afghanistan.
he might be going up, like, do you think he'll be under pressure in any way, Debasis?
See, obviously, in a competitive game, everyone is under pressure to perform, and these are all professional cricketers. But then, this is the beauty of sport. Means you to bounce back from the failures, and that is what sport is all about, and that is what makes you a great sports star. So, I think Ravindra Jadeja will definitely look to come good in the game against Afghanistan, because his contribution will be instrumental.
Absolutely. And another interesting facet that was noticed by Debasis today was Rohit, Hardik, having a good time while practicing, smiling, laughing, in a good mood. We both know what took place when Mumbai Indians was playing. I was, reporting for those matches. I was at the venue. A lot of backlash from both ends. Rohit Sharma fans upset with Hardik Pandya. A lot of backlash towards Hardik Pandya. There were a lot of controversies that were created that maybe between these two things are not all that well. What did you make out of it today, Debasis?
See, obviously, coming back to the practice session, Rohit did not bat it for a single time in the nets. Obviously, he looked a lot relaxed. He went in and have a look at the wickets. There are 3 wickets here at the Kensington Oval. He had a thorough look at the wickets along with Team India head coach Rahul Dravid. Also, there was video analyst as well at that time. They had a long word with the ground staff here, assessing what the conditions will be like for the game against Afghanistan, and given the matches that has been played here. But Rohit did not bat in the nets today. He was more focused on observing what the other players were doing, how they were practicing in the nets. So and he was constantly in having a discussion with Ajit Agarkar, the selection committee chairman, who is right now here in Barbados. So obviously both of them, there was a thinking as to what will be the playing 11 like, what will be the composition, because you don't want to mess it up with the team composition, because that is what will be the key. So once again, Rohit did not bat, but hopefully he doesn't have a niggle. Remember, he got hit in one of the matches, in the group league matches. But then, having said that, he looked good. Means he looked a lot relaxed. And obviously
Virat Kohli was also hit today. Sorry to interrupt you, but
no,
was
he had a ball bounced awkwardly, but he not for a single time did he come out of the nets. He had an entire batting session. But then, talking about Rohit, obviously once again assuming that he will be opening the bat with Virat, and he is also due for a run score, except for that 50 half century he scored in the first game in the tournament against Ireland. Rohit needs a big score, and we all know he is a great player, and he knows the condition better than anyone. Who are we to say? So obviously we know what he brings to the table, his experience, and given the way he has performed in the 50 overs World Cup. So we are all hoping that Rohit to come good in the knockout stage, in the Super 8 stages.
I think there are a lot of hopes and expectations on Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli as well. Both of these two batters would like to get some runs against Afghanistan. It's going to be interesting to see if Kuldeep Yadav plays. If he does play, who gets dropped. So a lot of exciting, possibilities that can happen before that game against Afghanistan. Obviously, we all know when that game takes place. But, this is the first training session before that big Afghanistan game. We're going to make sure that we give you all the training updates on a regular basis. So make sure that you stay tuned to Revsportz as well. A lot of content coming away, like we mentioned as well, travel log content as well. There was one viewer who wanted travel log content, so we're going to give you a lot of travel log content as well. Just make sure that you stay subscribed, and make sure that you like, share, and also subscribe to Revsportz, because that's all we need to grow. And obviously, again, like we've always told you, we'll do our best to give you the best content. This is Ishaan and Debasis signing off from Revsportz. Thank you.